Democratic Party, the centrist establishment crowd versus the progressive, liberal, and in some cases, socialist wing. So as the midterms near, one person who could help define the party's future is named Sharice Davids, the nominee for Kansas's 3rd congressional district. Davids beat out 5 challengers in a district that Hillary Clinton barely won. She's now hoping to unseat Republican Kevin Yoder, who is supported, endorsed by President Trump. Davids is an attorney, a former MMA fighter. She would be the first lesbian Native American congresswoman. Sharice Davids, welcome to Primetime.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
You represent a lot of potential firsts. What does that mean to you?
You know, I was raised by a single mom who served in the Army for 20 years, and certainly she taught me a hard work ethic, and I used that work ethic to go from Johnson County Community College right here in the 3rd District in Kansas to Cornell for law school. And, you know, being a first means that, you know, I'm taking all the opportunity that I was able to have here in the 3rd District, and I want to make sure that everyone else has the same kind of opportunities that I've had.
Okay, so first let's talk infighting and then outfighting. Infighting. You were not one of the candidates backed by the Bernie Sanders part of the party, the Ocasio-Cortez part of the party. I think we're getting ahead of ourselves giving her part of your party. But the idea of ultra-progressive, ultra-left, most of your positions are more, let's call them traditional centrist Democrats. Is that where you think the party should be? Why?
You know, I think it's an interesting conversation, the national conversation about where the Democratic Party is. But really, I'm spending a lot of my time trying to make sure that I'm listening to the people of the 3rd District. It's really important to me as someone who is trying to be a representative of this place, of my community, that I listen to the folks here and that I'm making sure that when I get to Congress, that I am a strong voice and a strong advocate for the things that we really feel like need to be addressed. Like increasing access to affordable quality health care.
I get it, but like how with the affordable quality? I get the issue. It's an issue everywhere, no matter what your demographic is, no matter where your district is. However, how you do it and how that represents what your party is about matters also. And it seems like whether it's you or what we see, you know, with Connor Lamb or, you know, Ocasio-Cortez, is that at the end of the day, the Democrats may not all be on the same page about major policy situations.
Well, the thing that we're really interested in here in the 3rd District, and what I hear every single time I talk to people, is that we're interested in making sure that we have a representative that wants to get things done. And right now we have a Congress that hasn't been doing that.
Right.
And we have a representative that hasn't been doing that either. So right now I can tell you that the 3rd District is interested in having a Democrat, because, you know, Hillary Clinton won this district, as you said earlier, and we really want to make sure that we're electing someone who is going to be a voice for the things that we care about.
Representative Yoder, who will be your opponent, said something about you. Let's play it.
Right now, it looks like the race for the Democratic nomination is down to a 2-horse race with the 2 most radical candidates left in the field. Both of these candidates want to turn back the clock on all of our progress. They think what this roaring economy needs is howls of radical liberalism and radical socialism. Neither of them are from here, and both want to force their radical ideas on those of us who have dedicated our entire lives to this community and to this state. They don't know Kansas, they don't know our values, and neither of them should be our voice in Washington, D.C.
What do you think he means when he says you don't know the values of Kansas and that you are not from this place?
I'm sure you could tell I was laughing while that was playing. It really is. It's laughable that you know, someone who really has seen so much opportunity in my life because of the foundation that I've had from Johnson County Community College. We have one of the best community colleges in the country here. We also have great public schools, and if what he means by rolling back, rolling things back, if he's talking about the Brownback tax experiments and the damage that's done to the school system here, then yeah, I want to roll that back. I want to make sure that we are providing opportunity for future generations.
Do you think he's making a more personal statement about what you represent personally?
No, I honestly, I can't tell what he's talking about. You know, I think that all I can do is continue to represent and speak to and listen to the people of this district. And if listening to people and trying to understand their issues and what they are really concerned about doesn't strike Kevin Yoder as being Kansas values, then I think he might be confused about what Kansas values.
All right, now I have to talk about something because it matters to me personally so much. And as you're learning about politics, you got to hit people where they live and what their passions are. I love the fight game. I love the training. I love MMA. I do mostly self-defense, but I love it. You were good in the ring. You decided to use your head in a different way than to deflect punches. But what did you learn in the ring that guides how you are outside the ring?
I would say discipline. I'm sure know better than a lot of other people that when you're a martial artist, and I'm very proud of the work that I've put into being a martial artist, when you're a martial artist, the key skill that you learn to harness is discipline. And using the discipline that I've learned from being a martial artist to really to progress through my life and figure out ways that I can take the skill sets that I'm picking up across the board, whether it's educational or professional experience. The discipline that I took from being a martial artist has really helped me, not just professionally, but in this campaign.
Once a fighter, always a fighter. Sharice Davids, you got a big fight in front of you. We'll be following it, and we'll be following what happens with your party. It's going to be a very interesting watch. Thank you for coming on the show. You're welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
Thank you.
So